fucking what?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph! I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph! You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Oh boy! Alright, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have 331Erock. Yes indeed, how about that? 331Erock making his debut on the channel. This is a request from Jeff Stetler, and Jeff wanted to see me react to this. It is 331Erock with his rendition of a Mozart piece entitled Rondo Ala Turca meets metal. Oh boy. So he's putting the metal spin on Rondo Ala Turca. All right, well, we're gonna see how this one goes. Have I heard this before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, I have never heard this. I have heard 331Erock. As a matter of fact, I've even seen a couple of his videos. I saw his Exorcist one. I heard there's a second one, but I haven't seen that one yet. But I saw the first one he did. And I saw another one, I think it was for the theme from Duke Nukem. So I've seen those two. I know he has a bunch of them out there, but I have not heard this one yet. So this should be interesting. Now, by some chance, if there's a possibility, and there is one, that I may have heard this in passing and I just don't realize it. So when we start playing this and I go listen to it and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by 331Erock, shocking. And the video has 476,032 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Mozart, Rondo Ala Turca meets metal. Okay, so the Piano Sonata number 11 in A major, movement 3. Wait a minute, have I heard this? Not Erock, but trying to think if I've heard Piano Sonata number 11 in A major, third movement. God, it's been a long time. I don't know if I've heard this. I don't even know if I've heard the original. I'm not 100% sure. Guess the only one to find out. Look, if I've heard it, I'll recognize it. I guarantee you I'll recognize it if I've heard it before. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Decidedly that. An excellent effort. You have shown us something quite new tonight.
It is new, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
So then you liked it. You really liked it, Gentness.
Well, of course I liked it.
Oh, man.
It's very good. Well, I mean, occasionally it seems to have, how should I say? How shall one directly say? Too many notes.
What do you mean, sire?
There are, in fact, so many notes an ear can hear in the course of an evening.
I don't understand.
I think I'm right in saying that. Aren't I, composer?
This is absurd.
Oh, my dear young man, don't take it too hard. Your work is ingenious. It's quality work. There are just simply too many notes, that's all. Simply cut a few and it'll be perfect.
Dick.
Hang up on him. That's right. Hang up on him. Okay, let's see. If memory serves, that came from the movie Amadeus, if I'm not mistaken. I vaguely remember a scene like that, so... Okay, got a little bit of comedy in there. Hey, why not? Make it entertaining. All right, let's get to the music now. Let's see what happens here.
Dick.
Yeah, right. Okay, yes, all right, I know this piece. Those glissandos are a nice touch. So, that slide up to that major third, really nice glissando. I think it definitely added nice little touch. He could have very easily just hammered onto it. I mean, he very could have easily done that, but to see him just take the extra time to add that little bit of touch to that glissando, really nice. Really nice. Back into the main riff. Very nice. Yeah, man, it's good stuff. When it comes to his videos, I've heard both sides of the argument. I've heard people who say, you know, what you hear is pre-recorded and he's just filming himself playing along to what he recorded in studio. So it's basically a lip sync job. But what you got to remember is that it might be a lip sync job, but it's his. He recorded it. You know, he did record it. It's not someone else. It's him. And he recorded it himself, and now he's just playing along to the recording for the purpose of the video. Then I've also heard the other side where people will say that what you hear is actually him playing live. Now, which one is it? I'll be honest with you guys, I can't tell. I keep watching, and everything he picks, everything he hits, it's spot on. So it could be either one. Honestly, I don't know. I will say I don't hear any hiss. I don't hear any hum. I don't hear any static noise. I don't hear any buzz from an amp or from a cable or from the guitar pickup, from the magnets and the pickups or anything like that. I'm not hearing anything in the background. It's super clean. Can that be achieved live? Yes, it can, with a ton of compression, noise gating, and limiting. I mean, if you have a limiter, I mean, you don't need a limiter and a noise gate. You don't need both, but if you have either one plus compression, you can eliminate probably about 95% of all background noise. And the 5% that's left, you can barely hear. I'm not hearing any, so it literally could be either one. I'm not sure, and unless I have a really good feeling, I don't have to know 100%, but unless I have a really good feeling about either one, like if I'm like 75% sure either way or 80% sure either way, I'll take a stand. But right now, I'm right in the middle. It could be either one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you think about it, it really doesn't matter if it is or not. It's because the fact of the matter is, even if he is lip syncing it, okay, or guitar syncing it, let's just call it that. Even if he is guitar syncing it, right? He's playing along to a recording that we hear with him playing along to it. He still had to record it though, right? So you still had to play this at some point. So take that, keep it in mind. Let's keep going here. Let's get back to this. Now that time he, instead of doing the glissando up to the major third, he hammered onto it. It was just a straight attack. Huh. I wonder what drove him to do that. I mean, it's fine. It's fine either way. It works both ways. I wonder why he chose to do it with the glissando up the first time through, but on the second time through, he's choosing to do just a straight attack, a hammer-on attack. With no glissando. It works. It absolutely works. Let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Tapping. Yep. The sweep picking at the end, dear Lord. Nice. Really nice. Accurate too. Yeah. Okay, let me let me gather my thoughts. Let me stop geeking out a little bit, and I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there we go, folks. That was 331Erock with his rendition of the Mozart piece entitled Rondo Ala Turca. Apparently, this was from the Piano Concerto number 11, which now I recognize. I was like, yeah, I've heard this piece before. No problem. Okay, this was a request from Jeff Stetler, by the way. All right. Before I get my score, obviously I've heard the song before. I've heard this piece before, so, you know, and I know that, you know, Erock didn't write the original, so I'm only taking into consideration what he did with it, his interpretation of it. This is not an original piece, okay? So I'm taking into consideration what he did with it, his interpretation and his execution of it. So please keep that in mind. I am not thinking about the songwriting of the original piece itself. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I know there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be saying this should be up in the 9s. And here's the thing, to some extent, I agree with you people. I do. This should be up in the 9s. If it was my very first time experiencing 331Erock, I would be absolutely inclined to agree with you. And I would have put this up in the 9s and given this probably like about a 9.2 or a 9.3. But here's the thing. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I've experienced this guy before. I've seen a couple of his videos. I know what he's capable of doing. So hearing him play a Mozart piece on the guitar, is it shocking? Is it surprising? No. Is it mind-blowing what he did? Not really, no, because again, I've seen what he can do. I know what he's capable of. And unfortunately, there is a certain level of expectation there. Kind of like with Tina S now. The first time I heard Tina S, I was blown away. I was like, oh my goodness, this girl can shred, this girl can play. Here's the problem. You give me another Tina S piece now, I've done like 3 reactions to her, or 3 or 4. And now if you're gonna give me another piece from her, I'm gonna go in with a certain level of expectation. I expect her to play at that level now. So it's not so surprising. It's not so, you know, oh my God, this is mind-blowing. No, I'm not there anymore, guys. I'm past that point. Same thing here. If I had never seen 331Erock before, this was my very first time seeing him, I know for a fact this would have been up in the 9s. I know it would have been, but because I have seen him, I have experienced him, I know what he's capable of doing. Granted, it's only been like 2 or 3 videos that I've seen from him, but it gave me a really good idea of what he's capable of. So, unfortunately, I can't really say I could give this up in the 9s. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But nonetheless, an 8.8 is a great score. I did appreciate his ability. I appreciate his talent. I appreciate his fluidity with his playing, his technique, spot on, anywhere from his hammer-ons to his tapping to his sweep picking to his regular picking in general. Really nicely done, great playing ability, great taste, great feel. I mean, the guy plays great, he really does. But again, therein lies the problem. I know what he's capable of, and there's that level of expectation, so. I know, it's frustrating, isn't it? It is frustrating. How do you think I feel? I mean, I'm just as frustrated. I want to give him a 9, I really do, but I can't in good conscience do it, man. I just can't, as much as I'd like to. I did appreciate a couple of things that he did in his playing. Coming up into the quote-unquote, I don't know what you would call it, the chorus, I guess, of the song. That part, I liked on the first time he went through. He was going up to the major third with those glissandos. He would slide up. But on the next go-around, he just hammered onto it, just straight fingering. And that was interesting. It was a nice little change-up. Very, very subtle change-up. And most people, unless you play guitar or play an instrument of any kind, most people are probably gonna just not even notice that. But you know, being a bassist myself, not a guitar player, but being a bassist myself, I was able to watch his fingers and go up, glissando, 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 and I could hear it too. And then on the second time through, I heard it was being more of an attack, and I'm like, let me check his fingers out. And sure enough, he was, you know, finger on instead of slide, it was hammer, hammer, hammer. And I was like, great. I mean, that's a variance. That's a great job. The tapping part was really nice. I did dig the tapping. Doing the upbeats on the octaves, nice job. And then the sweep picking at the end, nice sweep pick. I'm always impressed with sweep picking, probably because I can't do it. I had a guitar friend of mine, Jason Kokel. He tried to teach me sweep picking, and I just didn't have the dexterity for it. I tripped. I'm too heavy-handed with my picking, unfortunately. When I hold a pick, I hold on for dear life. And when you're doing sweep picking, you got to have a very relaxed grip on your pick. And I couldn't do it. I felt like I was going to drop the pick, and I would just stiffen up. The next thing I know, pick gets stuck underneath the strings, and Jason would just shake his head. Anyway, no, this was a great job. It was a fantastic job. Well done. Well deserving of an 8.8, which, by the way, is a great score. I know a lot of people are like, that's too low. Guys, an 8.8 is a great score. As a matter of fact, it's really high up on the great scale, so take the win where you can get it. 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.